Your thoughts shape your reality. This simple truth has the power to change your life completely. Every day you make countless choices, big and small. But have you ever stopped to consider the most important choice of all? It's the choice of what you think about. Your mind is like a garden. The thoughts you plant today will grow into the life you live tomorrow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, that's exactly what will sprout up around you. But if you choose to nurture thoughts of hope, courage, and possibility, you'll create a life filled with opportunity and success. Think about it. Everything you see around you, every building, every invention, every great achievement, started as a single thought in someone's mind. The Wright brothers first imagined flight before they ever built an airplane. Thomas Edison pictured the light bulb in his mind long before he created it in reality. Your thoughts are that powerful. They're the seeds of everything that comes to be. What kind of thoughts are you planting in your mental garden? Are you feeding your mind with ideas that will help you grow and thrive, or are you letting weeds of negativity and self-doubt take over? The good news is you have complete control over your thoughts. No one else can decide what goes on in your mind. That power is yours alone, and it's a power that can transform every aspect of your life. Let's say you're facing a challenge at work. You have two choices. You can think this is too hard, I'll never figure it out. Or you can think this is an opportunity to learn and grow. I can find a way to solve this. Which thought do you think is more likely to lead to success? The truth is your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you vividly imagine. When you picture yourself succeeding, your brain starts to believe it's possible. It looks for ways to make that vision a reality. But if you constantly tell yourself you can't do something, guess what? Your brain will believe that too, and it won't even try. This isn't just feel-good talk, it's backed by science. Studies have shown that positive thinking can improve your health, increase your lifespan, and even boost your immune system. Your thoughts literally have the power to change your body at a cellular level. But here's the catch. Thinking positively doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means approaching challenges with a positive outlook. It's about believing in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Think of it like this. Two people can face the exact same situation, but have completely different experiences based on their thoughts. One person sees a layoff as the end of the world. Another sees it as a chance to start the business they've always dreamed of. The situation didn't change, but their thoughts about it made all the difference. Now, changing your thought patterns isn't always easy. If you've spent years thinking a certain way, it can feel strange to shift gears. But it's absolutely possible. Like any skill, positive thinking gets stronger with practice. Start small. Each morning when you wake up, choose one positive thought to focus on for the day. Maybe it's I'm capable of handling whatever comes my way, or I'm grateful for the opportunities in my life. Write it down. Say it out loud. Really let it sink in. Then throughout the day, pay attention to your thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or holding me back? If it's not serving you, consciously choose a more positive alternative. Remember, you're not aiming for perfection here. You're human, and negative thoughts will still pop up from time to time. The goal is to become aware of your thoughts and start steering them in a more positive direction. As you practice this, you'll start to notice changes. Maybe you'll feel more confident in meetings. Perhaps you'll find yourself taking on challenges you used to avoid. You might even inspire others around you with your new outlook. But don't just take my word for it. Try it for yourself. For the next week, make a conscious effort to focus on positive, empowering thoughts. See how it affects your mood, your relationships, your work. I bet you'll be amazed at the difference it makes. Now, some people might say that's all well and good, but what about when really bad things happen? How can positive thinking help then? It's a fair question. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. We all face hardships and setbacks. But here's the thinking isn't about denying reality. It's about how you choose to respond to that reality. Even in the darkest times, you can choose thoughts that help you move forward rather than ones that keep you stuck. Let's say you lose a job you love. It's natural to feel upset and worried, but you have a choice in how you frame the situation in your mind. You could think, my career is over. I'll never find another job I enjoy this much. Or you could think, this is a chance for a fresh start. Maybe there's an even better opportunity out there for me. The first thought leaves you feeling hopeless and defeated. The second one, while acknowledging the loss, opens you up to new possibilities. It gives you the mental energy to start looking for that next great opportunity. This principle applies to every area of your life. In your relationships, your health, your finances, what you think about these things shapes your experience of them. If you constantly think, I'm not good enough or I'll never get ahead, you're setting yourself up for failure before you even start. But if you choose thoughts like, I'm constantly growing and improving, or there are always new opportunities if I look for them, you create a mindset that's primed for success. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but my life is already a mess. How can changing my thoughts fix that? Here's the truth. Changing your thoughts won't magically solve all your problems overnight, but it will give you the tools to start turning things around. If you're in a boat that's heading in the wrong direction, changing your thoughts is like adjusting the rudder. At first, it might not seem like much is happening, but over time, that small change in direction can lead you to a completely different destination. The key is persistence. You didn't develop your current thought patterns overnight, and you won't change them overnight either. It takes consistent effort. But the beautiful thing is, every positive thought you choose is a step in the right direction. And here's something else to consider. Your thoughts don't just affect you, they ripple out to everyone around you. When you choose positive, empowering thoughts, you become a source of inspiration for others. Your enthusiasm becomes contagious. Your confidence encourages those around you to believe in themselves too. And think about the people you admire most. Chances are they're not the ones who are always complaining or focusing on the negative. They're the ones who face challenges head-on, who see opportunities where others see obstacles. That's the power of positive thinking in action. But let's be clear, positive thinking isn't about putting on a fake smile and pretending everything is perfect. It's about cultivating a resilient mindset that can weather life's storms. It's about training your brain to look for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. And here's the secret. The more you practice positive thinking, the easier it becomes. It's like exercising a muscle. At first, it might feel awkward or difficult. But the more you do it, the stronger that muscle gets. Eventually, positive thoughts become your default mode. Now, some people worry that thinking positively means they'll become complacent or unrealistic. But that's not the case at all. Positive thinkers are often the most motivated, ambitious people around. Why? Because they believe in their ability to make things happen. They see a bright future and they're willing to work hard to create it. Think about it this way. If you believe something is impossible, why would you even try? But if you believe it's possible, even if it's challenging, you're much more likely to put in the effort to make it happen. This applies to every goal you have. Want to start a business, get in shape, improve your relationships? Your thoughts are the foundation for all of these things. If you think, I'm not cut out to be an entrepreneur, I've always been overweight, I can't change now, you're setting yourself up for failure before you even start. But if you think, I have valuable skills to offer, I can learn what I need to know to succeed in business, or I'm capable of making healthy choices and sticking to them, you're laying the groundwork for success. Remember, your thoughts create your expectations, and your expectations influence your actions. If you expect to fail, you'll find reasons not to try. But if you expect to succeed, you'll find ways to make it happen. This doesn't mean you'll never face setbacks or challenges. But when you do, your positive mindset will help you bounce back faster. Instead of getting derailed by obstacles, you'll see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Now let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is one of the biggest thought-based obstacles we face. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, these thoughts can hold us back from achieving our dreams. But just a thought. And like any thought, you have the power to change it. When you feel fear creeping in, pause and ask yourself, is this fear based on reality, or is it just my imagination running wild? Often you'll find that your fears are more about what might happen than what's actually happening. Once you recognize this, you can choose thoughts that empower you instead of paralyze you. Instead of thinking, what if I fail? Try thinking, what if I succeed? Instead of I'm not ready for this, think this is a chance for me to grow. These small shifts in thinking can make a huge difference in how you approach challenges. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision that something else is more important than fear. And that decision starts with your thoughts. Now let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forms of positive thinking. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you literally rewire your brain to notice more positive things in your life. Try this. Each day, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for your morning coffee, or for the smile from a stranger, or for the comfortable bed you sleep in. The more you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes. And here's the amazing thing. The more grateful you are, the more you'll find to be grateful for. It's like you're tuning your mind to a frequency of abundance and positivity. And when you're in that state, you're much more likely to notice opportunities and act on them. But gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It can actually improve your physical health, boost your career, and strengthen your relationships. Studies have shown that grateful people sleep better, have stronger immune systems, and are more likely to achieve their goals. For how do you become more grateful? It's simple. Practice. Make gratitude a daily habit. Before you go to bed each night, think of 3 things you're grateful for. When you wake up in the morning, start your day by appreciating something in your life. As you do this, you'll start to notice a shift. Things that used to bother you might not seem so important anymore. You'll find more joy in simple pleasures. You'll become more resilient in the face of challenges. Now let's talk about the power of visualization. This is another incredible tool that harnesses the power of your thoughts. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, you're essentially giving your brain a blueprint to follow. Athletes use this technique all the time. Before a big game or race, they'll mentally rehearse their performance in detail. They imagine themselves executing perfectly, overcoming challenges, and achieving victory. And time again, this mental practice translates into improved real-world performance. But visualization isn't just for athletes. You can use it in every area of your life. Want to ace a job interview? Visualize yourself walking in confidently, answering questions with ease, and making a great impression. Want to improve your relationships? Visualize yourself communicating clearly and compassionately, resolving conflicts with grace. The key to effective visualization is to make it as vivid and detailed as possible. Use all your senses. If you're visualizing a successful presentation, don't just see yourself speaking confidently. Hear the sound of your voice. Feel the weight of the clicker in your hand. Smell the coffee in the conference room. The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful the effect will be. Your brain doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. So when you visualize success, you're actually training your brain for that success. Now, some people worry that all this positive thinking means ignoring problems or living in a fantasy world. But that's not it at all. Positive thinking isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about approaching those problems with a constructive, solution-focused mindset. When you face a challenge, by all means, acknowledge it, but then instead of dwelling on how difficult or unfair it is, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow stronger? This shift in thinking can turn even the biggest setbacks into stepping stones for growth. It's not about denying reality, it's about choosing to focus on the aspects of reality that you can change and improve. You remember, your thoughts are like a spotlight. Whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on problems, you'll see more problems. If you focus on solutions, you'll find more solutions. It's as simple as that. But here's the thing. Changing your thoughts isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. You'll have days when positive thinking comes easily and days when it's a struggle. That's okay. The important thing is to keep at it, to make it a daily practice. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth once and expect them to stay clean forever. You do it every day to maintain your dental health. The same goes for your mental health. Every day you need to consciously choose thoughts that serve you, that move you in the direction of your goals. And as you do this, something amazing happens. Those positive thoughts start to become habits. They become your default way of thinking. And when that happens, you'll find yourself naturally becoming more confident, more resilient, more successful in every area of your life. But don't just take my word for it. Try it for yourself. For the next 30 days, make a conscious effort to focus on positive, empowering thoughts. Write them down. Say them out loud. Really let them sink in. At the end of those 30 days, look back and see how your life has changed. I bet you'll be amazed at the difference. You'll likely find that you're happier, more confident, and more motivated. You might notice improvements in your relationships, your work, even your health. And the best part, this is just the beginning. Remember, what you think you become. Your thoughts shape your reality, so choose them wisely. Choose thoughts that empower you, that inspire you, that push you to become the best version of yourself. You have incredible potential within you. You have dreams and aspirations that are waiting to be realized, and it all starts with your thoughts. So starting right now, make a commitment to yourself. Commit to nurturing positive, empowering thoughts. Commit to believing in yourself and your abilities. Commit to seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. Because here's the truth. You are capable of so much more than you realize. You have strengths and talents that are uniquely yours. You have the power to create an amazing life for yourself, and it all begins with what you choose to think. So go ahead, plant those seeds of positivity in your mind, water them with gratitude, nurture them with visualization, and watch as they grow into a life beyond your wildest dreams. Because remember what you think you become. And you, my friend, can become anything you set your mind to. Your thoughts are the blueprints of your destiny. They're the seeds from which your future grows. Every great achievement, every personal transformation, every step forward begins with a thought. So make your thoughts count. Don't let your mind be a breeding ground for doubt, fear, or negativity. Instead, cultivate thoughts of possibility, of growth, of success. Because when you change your thoughts, you change your life. And here's the beautiful thing. This power is available to you right now, in this very moment. You don't need special equipment or expensive courses. You don't need anyone's permission. All you need is the decision to take control of your thoughts. Starting today, pay attention to your thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause, take a deep breath, and consciously choose a more positive, empowering thought. Do this consistently and watch as your life begins to transform. Remember, you are not your circumstances. You are not your past failures or disappointments. You are what you choose to become. And that choice begins with your thoughts. So think big. Think positively. Think of all the amazing things you can achieve, because what you think you become, and you have the potential to become something truly extraordinary. Your journey is uniquely yours. No one else can walk your path or live your life. This moment right now is the starting point of something incredible. It's the first step on a road that leads to your dreams, your goals, and your highest potential. Think about the person you want to become. Really visualize it. What does that version of you think about? How does that person approach challenges? What beliefs do they hold about themselves? Now, here's the key. I start thinking like that person today. You see, success isn't just about actions. It's about the thoughts that drive those actions. The most successful people in any field don't just do different things. They think differently. They see possibilities where others see roadblocks. They view failures as feedback, not final verdicts. So how do you start thinking like the person you want to become? It begins with awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts throughout the day. Notice the running commentary in your mind. Is it supportive and encouraging, or critical and doubtful? Once you're aware of your thought patterns, you can start to change them. Replace "I can't" with "How can I?" Instead of "This is too hard," think this is an opportunity to grow. When you catch yourself thinking "I'm not good enough," consciously shift to "I'm learning and improving every day." These might seem like small changes, but they can have a profound impact over time. Remember, your mind is like a muscle. The more you exercise it in a certain way, the stronger that way of thinking becomes. Just as you wouldn't expect to get physically fit after one trip to the gym, you can't expect to completely transform your thought patterns overnight. It takes consistent practice. Set aside time each day to deliberately focus on positive, empowering thoughts. You could do this through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few minutes to reflect. The key is consistency. Make it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, like brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. As you cultivate more positive thoughts, you'll likely notice changes in your emotions and behavior. You might find yourself feeling more confident, taking more initiative, or bouncing back more quickly from setbacks. This is the power of your thoughts in action. But positive thinking isn't just about feeling good. It's a practical tool for achieving your goals. When you believe something is possible, you're more likely to take the actions necessary to make it happen. You'll persist in the face of obstacles because in your mind, success is not just possible. Think about the goals you've set for yourself. Now imagine you've already achieved them. How does it feel? What does your day-to-day life look like? What kind of person have you become? Hold that vision in your mind. Let it inspire, motivate you. Then work backwards. What steps did you take to get there? What habits did you develop? What mindset did you cultivate? This exercise isn't just daydreaming. It's a powerful way to align your current thoughts and actions with your future goals. It helps you identify the changes you need to make in your thinking and behavior to become the person who achieves those goals. Remember, success leaves clues. Study the thought patterns of people who've achieved what you want to achieve. Read their books. Listen to their interviews, learn from their experiences. Not to copy them exactly, but to understand the mindset that drove their success. You'll likely find that successful people share certain thought habits. They focus on solutions, not problems. They take responsibility for their lives rather than blaming circumstances. They see challenges as opportunities for growth. And perhaps most importantly, they believe in themselves and their ability to succeed. Now let's talk about fear. Fear is one of the biggest thought-based obstacles we face. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These thoughts can keep us stuck, preventing us from pursuing our dreams. But here's the thing about fear, it's often more about our thoughts than actual danger. Most of the things we fear never come to pass. And even if they do, we're usually more capable of handling them than we give ourselves credit for. So, when fear crops up, don't try to eliminate it. Instead, change your relationship with it. See it as a sign that you're pushing your boundaries, that you're growing. Think of fear not as a stop sign, but as a challenge to be overcome. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Then how likely is that to happen? And finally, if it did happen, could I handle it? More often than not, you'll find that your fears are manageable and the potential rewards far outweigh the risks. Another powerful thought shift is to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. Your mind responds to the images you feed it. If you constantly think about avoiding failure, your mind focuses on failure. But if you think about achieving success, your mind looks for ways to make that happen. This doesn't mean ignoring potential pitfalls or challenges. It means approaching them with a solution-oriented mindset. Instead of thinking, I hope I don't mess this up, think, I'm going to do my best, and I can handle whatever happens. Now let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful positive thinking tools at your disposal. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you literally rewire your brain to notice more positive things in your life. Start and end each day by thinking of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. The more you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes. And here's the amazing thing, the more grateful you are, the more you'll find to be grateful for. It's like you're tuning your mind to a frequency of abundance and positivity. This mindset makes you more resilient in the face of challenges and more appreciative of the good things in your life. But positive thinking isn't just about your personal life. It can have a profound impact on your career as well. In the workplace, your thoughts influence your performance, your relationships with colleagues, and your ability to handle stress and pressure. If you constantly think, I'm not qualified for this job, or my boss doesn't appreciate me, those thoughts will affect your behavior. You might hold back from sharing ideas or taking on new responsibilities. You might project a lack of confidence that others pick up on. But if you think, I have valuable skills to offer and I'm continually learning and improving, you'll approach your work with more confidence and enthusiasm. You'll be more likely to take initiative, to volunteer for new projects, to share your ideas. This doesn't mean ignoring areas where you need to improve. It means approaching those areas with a growth mindset. Instead of thinking, I'm bad at public speaking, think, I'm working on improving my presentation skills. This subtle shift can make a huge difference in your motivation and your results. Remember, your thoughts create your reality in more ways than one. They influence your behavior, which influences how others perceive and treat you, which in turn reinforces your thoughts. It's a cycle that can work for you or against you depending on the thoughts you choose to focus on. So, make a conscious effort to cultivate thoughts that serve you. Think of yourself as capable, worthy, and deserving of success. Think of challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Think of your colleagues and superiors as potential allies and mentors, not as competitors or obstacles. These positive thoughts will translate into positive actions. You'll communicate more effectively, build stronger relationships, and approach your work with more energy and creativity. And as you do, you'll likely find that opportunities start to open up for you. Now, let's talk about the power of your thoughts in relationships. The way you think about yourself and others has a huge impact on the quality of your connections. If you constantly think, people always let me down, I'm not worthy of love, those thoughts will shape your behavior in ways that can push others away. But if you think, I am worthy of love and respect, and there are good people in the world, you'll approach relationships with openness and positivity. You'll be more likely to trust, to be vulnerable, to give and receive love freely. This applies to all types of relationships, romantic, familial, friendships, and professional. Your thoughts create your expectations, and your expectations often become self-fulfilling prophecies. If you expect the best from people, you're more likely to bring out their best. Of course, this doesn't mean ignoring red flags or staying in unhealthy relationships. It means approaching relationships with a balance of openness and healthy boundaries. It means choosing thoughts that foster connection, understanding, and growth. Remember, the most important relationship you have is with yourself. The thoughts you have about yourself set the tone for all your other relationships. So be kind to yourself. Celebrate your strengths. Acknowledge your progress. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding you'd offer a good friend. As you cultivate more positive thoughts about yourself and others, you'll likely notice your relationships becoming stronger and more fulfilling. You'll communicate more effectively, resolve conflicts more easily, and experience deeper connections. Now let's talk about the role of thoughts in health and wellness. Your mind and body are intimately connected. The thoughts you think can affect your physical health in surprising ways. Chronic stress, often fueled by negative thought patterns, can lead to a host of health problems. But the reverse is also true. Positive thoughts can boost your immune system, lower stress levels, and even help you heal faster. Studies have shown that optimistic people tend to live longer and have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. So think of your health holistically. It's not just about diet and exercise, but also about the thoughts you feed your mind. Practice relaxation techniques like meditation or deep breathing. Visualize yourself as healthy and vibrant. When you're facing health challenges, focus on healing thoughts rather than worrying about what might go wrong. This doesn't mean ignoring symptoms or avoiding medical care. It means complementing your physical care with mental and emotional self-care. It means choosing thoughts that support your overall well-being. As we wrap up, remember this: your thoughts are incredibly powerful, but they're not set in stone. You have the ability to choose your thoughts, to reshape your mental habits, to create a mindset that supports your goals and dreams. It won't always be easy. There will be days when negative thoughts seem to take over. That's okay. The key is not to fight against those thoughts or beat yourself up for having them. Instead, gently redirect your focus to more positive, empowering thoughts. Think of it as training a puppy. When it wanders off, you don't yell at it or punish it. You simply guide it back to where you want it to go, with patience and consistency. Treat your mind the same way. Your journey to a better life, a more fulfilling career, stronger relationships, and greater success is ongoing. It's not about reaching a destination, but about continually growing, learning, and becoming the best version of yourself. And it all starts with your thoughts, so choose them wisely. Nurture thoughts that empower you, that inspire you, that push you to become the person you want to be. Because you are worth it. You have incredible potential within you. And with the right thoughts, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Remember, what you think, you become, so think big. Think positively. Think of all the amazing things you can accomplish. Your thoughts are the seeds of your future. Plant them carefully, nurture them consistently, and watch as they grow into a life beyond your wildest dreams. Your journey begins now with the very next thought you choose to focus on. Make it count, because you're worth it, and the best is yet to come.